anytime you change bikes, you change programs, you want to know where you're at. As athletes, we forget so quickly, but it's like I almost forget how fast I was at the end of last season, and it's almost like a dream that I've just woken up from, and then it's time to start all over again, and it's kind of fuzzy and you don't really remember, because when you're in racing a World Cup season, it's so overwhelming. So we just forget how fast we are, how confident we were, and it's like time to rewrite the next chapter of the book. And you always want to know if you're still there, especially when it's your home race and you've won it year after year. That's really the question. Where has it gone? I ask myself that question so many times a day. Where'd it go? What do I do with this? What am I doing with my life? Numero dos. So after a preseason of testing, getting a new bike, trying to build confidence, you're going into the first race of the year, a race that's on your home track, a race that is in your backyard, you're sleeping in your own bed, and you always want to win that. You want to know where you're at with the bike, you want to know where you're at with setup, you want to know how your new equipment's going to be working, and if you've won the race consecutively, you want to keep that streak alive.
This is the 2024 Tennessee National here at Windrocks Bike Park. We're going to go up for seating. We're going to let it all hang out. I mean, I'm pretty much going to put my foot on the floor, and I'm not lifting until I see God or the checkered flag. But we're going up for seating. Cruisy, see where we stack up, see what kind of speed we got, what we can do for tomorrow.
So in my seating run, you always want to like lay down, not your fastest time, but what you feel is going to be competitive to put you in a good place at the end. And also if you're going to have things go wrong, you want them to go wrong before the race happens. So I always try to seed pretty close to my race pace, and unfortunately had a mechanical towards the bottom and wasn't able to get the bike down and get that time, but luckily I could see the splits and I was up a second at the first split, so I knew I was on pace for the race day.
It's race day. Practice started 3 minutes ago. We were supposed to be on the lift a half an hour ago, but you know, we're tactically late. It's gonna be drier, which is a benefit to me personally, I believe. But we showed up, we're getting it done, and yeah, be towards the end of it. We don't have to stand in line. Life's good. Go get the job done.
So overnight, we got a ton of rain, unfortunately, and it made for a tough practice in the morning. As the sun came up and it got hot, the track dried out, and I just anticipated it being dry. I knew that my time was on pace, and I also knew that Asa was going to go pretty fast, so I had to like put down a good run if I did want to win. Yeah, for the most part, it was everything I wanted. I was able to win the race. Hit your marks and set sail. I didn't have to give anybody any elbow grease.
How many Red Bulls? Loves talking. Big talker. That's okay.
Everybody make some noise for our first place finisher. Your gold medalist, Dakotah Norton. Dakotah gave us a time of 2:33.9. He held the hot seat from the time he crossed the line until the very end.
The race was super early in the day, and we got home probably about 3 o'clock, and I looked up and the dirt was like incredible on the track, and there's already some pretty good ruts burned in, so just decided to get the dirt bike out and spin a couple extra laps after the workday was done.
Best was it stalling. I really like dirt bikes. They're really fun. You know, like I got off work early on a Saturday and thought we'd spin a few laps. excited, you know, like I don't really have any real expectations for myself. I don't train for this. I don't focus on this. It's just for fun, you know, so try to be present, try to not really worry about what the other dude's doing, just put my best runs together and make it as far as I make it, man, you know. It's a good practice to just focus on yourself, block out everything and try to hit your lines, hit your marks, and yeah, it'll be fun.
So I knew I was gonna come to see Otter, and for a long time I haven't had a very competitive slalom bike. It's not a bike that you use a lot, but we had the opportunity with the resources at Mondraker to get together a pretty sweet slalom bike, and yeah, it sounded like fun. So I wanted to sign up and try to make a comeback to slalom.
I crashed. I'm all covered in dust.
I feel like I'm really good at that style of racing, and I want to show how technically good I am at riding a bike, something that people don't normally see. And we showed up with a supercross bike, and it was pretty much an outdoor track. So softened the bike up quite a bit after qualifying, and was still able to qualify 6th with it a bit stiffer than maybe what was necessary for the conditions. And yeah, tried to wrap my head around trying to do some racing and be competitive. I didn't get the result I was looking for, or I did. I wanted to race slalom because I thought it would be really good at almost like a BMX style intensity, and an intensity that I lack at the World Cups, to come out of the gate swinging from the green light all the way to the checkered flag. And I think this tight technical style of racing with high intensity could be really good for me to work on the weaknesses I have as a downhill racer, and something that I find really fun to do. You know, the pressure is not on for me to be a top guy. The pressure is just pressure that I put on myself, and in all reality it is fun and I enjoy doing it. So trying to get back to having a little bit more fun and not feeling like I'm always on the line as a racer to like be somebody. I guess we go World Cup, and whether I'm ready or not. I don't know if you'll ever have the amount of preparation you need to be prepared for the World Cups, but I think if I'm going to build through a season, I have a really good group of people behind me, and people that are really hungry and have a lot of race experience. And I think that we have a really good group to try to be successful. I tell you what, man, I got some things I'm working on. I'm gonna be a lean, mean racing machine.